Oh my God, guys! You know what I forgot to do? We're live, but you know what? We got to do it anyway because what's a Rogue Coin show without the intro music? Our famous intro music. Okay, so here we go, folks.
Bing bong, bing 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 dang dang.
All right, folks, welcome. It's Rogue Coin with none other than the Guerrilla Economist. Crypto Z and Crypto Cowboy are joining us. The man simply known as Frank can't make it today, so he's with us in spirit. With that being said, check us out, roguemoney.net, and the soon-to-be launched sister site will be up as well. Looks like we have two Crypto Zs that have joined us, Cowboy. Two of them. Look at that.
Yeah, well, Z actually, he is so awesome at what he does that sometimes
he can be in two places at the same time.
Be in two places. Yeah, he splits off. It's like a thing.
Wow, it's amazing. He's like Dr. Manhattan. He's Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
That too. That's all. Yeah, he walks around and splits himself in two. His lady loves it. He can wash the dishes and do the laundry.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's what Crypto Z is good for.
Yep.
Anyway, I mean, it looks like a nice sell-off here at BTC overnight. Markets going down. You guys caught it. You guys saw it. You guys made the moves. Where do you want to begin? Because I know right now there are psychics who have predicted a massive run-up at this point, and now they're eating crow and eating their own genitals at this point.
Oh no! That's how they get their information is they munch down on some gonads, I guess. But this is a chart that I drew yesterday, and this is I think we actually got out of Bitcoin.
And folks, that's the key word. He drew this yesterday, so to inform all of you guys. So he was ahead of the curve here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, these arrows on these lower end, I drew those today. But this chart yesterday where it says Ichimoku, bear cross, weak signal above the cloud, blah, blah, blah. That was drawn a day or two ago. This arrow going down, that was drawn a day or two ago. In fact, if you watched the show last week, you'll see it. So essentially, I did draw this support here and some new stuff. But the whole thing is that we told everybody that we were getting out of pretty much everything like 2 days ago. It might have been like 3 or 4 days ago. I have to look back on the calls, but
it was about 3 to 4 days ago, man. I remember. I remembered you calling me on Sunday night.
That's right.
Sunday night, last Sunday, you called me.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned on Sunday from some of the things that I saw, and there was the U.S. FUD, and there's a few things, and so we try not to bug each other over the weekend. Like we try to take the weekend to spend time with our loved ones, and Crypto Z and I are not in the room as much over the weekend, although we do check in, and sometimes we're there all weekend because we're addicts. But the fact is that I was concerned. I called V on Sunday. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry for the call, like so late, but. I think I see a case to take everything off the market, and that came from a TA standpoint as well as a FA, SA standpoint. And sure enough, let me see. This is the 5th. What was the date on Sunday? The Sunday was the 6th. So Saturday was the 5th, right? So we peaked out on Saturday. Now, if you look at this chart, and this is the 4-hour chart, I'm going to get rid of some of the indicators on the bottom so we can actually see more on the chart itself. Give me a second. And guys, I just want to make sure we can see the charts on the screen, right? Can we verify that?
Yes.
Okay. This right here at the top, this green, I'm going to stretch this out for a moment, guys. So hold on, guys and gals. So you have 2 shooting stars on top here. Okay. I'll see if I can do a quick little circle so everybody can kind of see what a shooting star is. But basically, it's what's called it's where you have the shadow or the wick on top, And then it's basically a demonstration of selling pressure is what it is. And one shooting star is enough to basically want to get out of the market. And there's two right here that I just did. And then Crypto Z and I were kind of looking at the graph, and that was on Saturday. And on Sunday, which is kind of where I am right now, we did see this convergence of the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. This is the blue line here and the red line there. And when it is the blue line crosses underneath the red line, it sort of signals a potential exit. Ichimoku is better at showing entries than exits using this indicator, but it still is considerable as an exit. And that's pretty much when we decided to get out. I think it got out around 9,400 or so. And here we are, going down. And so we go, it's so funny because, and I want to really be careful to reiterate this, because so many people are conditioned to work, and at work, like, you got to go to work, and if you don't do something, then you get in trouble, right? That's just how work is. You got to go to work, you got to do stuff. Trading's not like that. So there's a lot of people who might be new to trading, or maybe they're just bored, but they always want to trade something. And early in the week, I was telling people, guys, do what you want. This is an entertainment channel, so we don't give you financial advice, but I'm getting out, and I think Crypto Z is going to get out too. And, you guys can see what happens, but we think we're going to see a big drop. And, be patient. Just be patient. So I got out, I was patient, and here I am. I actually sent a certain amount of my portfolio over to our new platform last night, and I've already almost made it all back in Bitcoin.
Bam!
Yeah,
Platform will be live Monday, people. Monday.
That's right. So, I mean, and to talk a little bit about that, we'll talk more at the end of the show, but it was actually a really easy process. But for now, looking at the chart, what I think we will see is, I know 8,300 historically has been an important support, and 7,900 has been another important one. So we are seeing some play at this 8,600, but due to the momentum, that's a heavy, heavy drop right there. So I think we'll see maybe a little bit of a rise, like kind of up to the 88. But you can see over here on the right where this cloud is starting to turn red. And that's actually a bear flip, Ichimoku bear flip. So the cloud's flipping red. Price is now below the cloud. A lot of bearish indicators. Z, do you see anything different before I move on to the long chart, or are you seeing the same stuff that I am?
I'm seeing the same stuff as you are. I'm paying attention to those volume candles at the bottom, guys. There was no surprise to me that something was going to happen. As you see those volume charts down there, you saw those big red candles, some green candles, and some big red candles show up on the left. And then as you see, it started trailing down in volume. There was a point of exit in Ichimoku. Every single indicator, to us, to me at least, and to Cowboy, showed it going bearish. So we were prepared for it. We made an announcement inside the room that we were going to BTC / fiat, or BTC / USDT. That what I do, and it worked out. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
I think I was able to make like $300 to $400 per BTC I own, guys. So that's another way to make money in the bear market. And I made money in the bear market.
Hodl, and you did nothing else but just hodl.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right.
I can't. I'm sorry, V. We couldn't do anything. Wait a minute. I got a hodler that wants to talk about that. Y'all don't make fun of my hodling. Yeah, I'm gonna trade shit until it gets above $11,700. I ain't gonna trade nothing. I'm just gonna hold
are you gonna do a remote viewing session for us once it gets above 11,700? Is that what you're saying? That you're no more remote viewing until then?
The only remote viewing I'm gonna do is sit on my couch, use my remote control, watch a little bit of Dr. Phil. That's the only remote viewing I'm gonna do.
Billy Bob is joining Hodl Boss, and they're not going to be calling BTC above 11,700.
There's always that possibility.
So basically, we're looking at you're not going to come back until 2019, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah. So once in a while, what I do is I poke my head out from my tent, because y'all, I live in a tent, just so you know. And when I do, if BTC isn't up above that 11.7, I put my head right back in the tent.
Yeah, it's funny, guys, because we heard some things about some price predictions on like coins like Litecoin and so forth, and I just don't agree upon them. We made some calls, some updates earlier this week about Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and really all of them have played out perfectly. So this is another way to make money during the red market, guys. You keep saying that people can't make money during the red market. I mean, I woke up today with my portfolio being higher than my portfolio was last week. So I have somehow made more Satoshi and more USD in this last week. And everybody inside the room can see exactly what I'm doing. There is no secret. And yeah, it's simple as that.
Actually, one of the go ahead.
What I'm saying is, like, anybody that says you can't make money in a red market like this, I mean, dude, these guys are doing it every single day. Z and Cowboy, everybody in the trading room is doing this over at the Watchers Trade Room. They're doing it every single day, man. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, and just to show you how accurate our charting can be, this is really cool. So at this point, right about here, I had made either it was going to go down, or before it goes up, it'll go down. And it actually, if you can see this dotted arrow, it's dotted. It's hard to see, so I'll actually bring it to a solid line. Look at that right there. Exactly where I said it would go, and then down. Look at that. So either way, I was correct. But for those who are really looking to maximize, they could have got out right here when it hit this 9,400 support. And I kept telling everybody it's going to reject at 9,400. It rejected at 9,370. And then the next update I put on there said if it rejects again at 9,400, it's a double top, very bearish. It's exactly what it did.
And actually, this was completely given out to free, guys. So this was just watching us live here. I think on the last last two videos that we've done with V right here. We've been live and we've been showing you guys what we're thinking about what Bitcoin has been doing, what we think Bitcoin is going to do at least, and it's been playing out perfectly, guys. I got out personally. For me, I got out of BTC at that what's it called, TK cross, when it showed a point of exit. Now, just like Cowboy said, the Ichimoku isn't that great when it comes to point of exits, but all the other signs indicate that it was going down. So that's when I got out, guys. And, it's at 8,600 right now. So that difference, that $600 difference per Bitcoin I own is what I got. That's $600.
Yeah, so and per Bitcoin, like Z owns like one Bitcoin, so Z made an entirety of $600.
Yeah, $600. That's two. That's 2 months in the room, guys. Right there and then. This right here played out in 2 days, guys. 2 days, and was given out live for free, like on Rogue Money's YouTube. Wow. Like that's it. It's $600 right there, guys. It's that simple. And here I can use the platform now. I can withdraw at $600. Oh no, actually I can't because it's minimum 5,000. But I can, save up and I can withdraw it through Coinbase or later on, and there you go. It's that simple, guys.
Yeah, and Z and I have a formula for taking profits. So for every certain amount that we get, we have like a benchmark, and then we take out about 10%. So last night I sold 10% of my Bitcoin for gold, which will then be turned into fiat. And by the time that I sold it to the time that I woke up this morning, I made almost all of that Bitcoin back because I was out of the market.
Bam! I love it.
If you track your money based on Satoshi, I just got a free I don't want to say how much it is, but I just got a free nice little payoff right there.
Yeah, right there, guys. And this was given for free, guys, in the YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested, at least keep on the YouTube channel, guys, when we're on here, because we chart live, guys. This is no BS. We're charting live right now, and you can see exactly what we're doing, exactly what we're seeing. And a lot of times, especially with Cowboy and his BTC, they come true, guys. I mean, he's been spot on lately with
the best tracker of BTC.
Yeah, on BTC, Cowboy. Man. I mean, this is good stuff, guys. This is no BS. The simple as that. It's no BS, and it's given out for free right now.
No, I appreciate the compliments, guys. One of the highest compliments that I've gotten is that every time I put my charts in the free channel, then somehow they end up where other channels are using my
Yep,
charts.
and that's the best thing, man. That is the best. That's flattering, right? It's flattering.
That's flattering. Yeah, I'm cool with that because you know what? In the end, we're all here to contribute in a way. Like I'm not one of these people where I got to give my stuff away, but it's cool if I can help the space out, you know, and if I can help us as a group of crypto people to take advantage of what the bankers are doing. Right?
Yep, exactly, guys, exactly.
And now Z did allude to something that we'll talk about, and Z actually made some money even in this time. He actually has more dollars and Satoshi. We're going to talk about how that happened, but briefly before we do that, I wanted to look at the Bitcoin long chart. Now, anybody who's been following the show for a while, they know that I've been drawing this same chart for a long time. I've been drawing the same chart. This is on the 4 hour, although it's sort of one that I like to draw on the daily. But I condensed a 4 hour down to where it's going to act like a daily because I wanted to show off the indicators on the bottom. But if we look at this chart, this is the peak back in December, right? Of Bitcoin. This is 1216 or so. You know, this peak, that peak, and we have a big downtrend. We have a retracement. We have all this. Well, this same symmetrical triangle that I'm drawing out here is the same one I've been drawing this whole time. And if that's the case, if it does work, we can see where I had kind of planned for it to bounce here and go down, but it ended up like maybe bouncing a little bit further out than I thought. And I still have my arrows going down to the 72, 7,300 range. And right now it's following my most recent arrow. So we could see a nice entry.
Z, stop breathing into your headset, man.
Z, is that what that is?
I thought we were having... but it's Z doing the Darth Vader thing.
Sorry about that. This is a new headset, so I haven't calibrated the output, guys. My bad.
You don't know the power of the new headset. So, but yeah, that's the Z gets really excited like when he sees Bitcoin.
Yeah, I get super excited. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can still hear you breathing. All right, so but yeah, going down here, I think that there's a lot of TA saying that it's actually going to stop around like 8,400 maybe, or 8,300. I do have that as a support where it's going to sort of, I think it's going to stop there. It might have a short-term bounce. It might actually, it might go down, it might go up from there. That is possible, but I think we're going to actually go to low sevens before we see a full recovery from the current bleeding. And that's what I've got going on the long. And like I said, you know, I've been drawing this chart for a long time. If you just go back to all our shows, the same chart I've been drawing. So it's following along. And if you listen to people who know about the banking industry, if you listen to, I've got one in particular who's LinkedIn. I know Z, you've got a few. Dex, the algo capitalist, is also in agreement, or at least he's talked to people. He knows how stuff works, and there's a good chance they're going to range bind this thing. They're going to keep it probably below or around 10K. Now, if we have that, I am cool with that. Even if it was 5K, even if they wanted to push it down 5K and just keep it around 5K, I can continue to make money, and I can make as much money as I'm making right now. So,
love it.
You know, if you're out there and you're in the crypto world and you're like, oh no, you know, it's going to go to 5K and I'm going to lose half my money. Well, we're not losing half our money. We're not even in right now. So, hey, www.cryptoschool.io, you know, look at the live comments in the YouTube right now. If you look at the live comments in the YouTube, you'll see, you know, what people's opinions are, how they're doing. And then Ven, you know, Z has been talking about Ven, Z and I both really, but Ven has been just, we talk about it enough on the show. Don't need to rehash why it's amazing. But what is cool is that we made some money on Ven in all of this blood. So we had a bit of a respite from the dump a couple days ago. And I saw an opportunity, and I told everybody that likes to be entertained by us, like, hey, you know, this is a risk that I'm going to take. It's going to be a small bag. I'm going to be ready to jump out of it at any time. So we bought in right around here in this at the end of this consolidation, which looked bullish, right? And our first sell point, I think, was 58,000 Satoshi was our first sell point, which is like, it's barely spiked at 58,000 right there. And so we took some profit there. It dumped, but I told everybody, this is a midterm call. So this is one thing that we have to learn about in the room, is that we're not always needing to trade in and out of stuff and overtrade and everything. If you have a really good asset, you could get into that asset for a few weeks. You could set a nice low stop loss in case things go really bad in the market and just hang back. And this is how people, like, they can trade in like 15 minutes for a day. They can spend 15 minutes. They can, go to whatever research they're looking at. They can take a look at our entertainment for like 5 minutes in the morning, maybe 5 minutes around lunchtime, 5 minutes at night. They could get in and out of these midterm trades. They don't have to sit and babysit them. And in the story I told last show, I make most of my money on midterm trades. So, I mean, I don't know, Z, do you feel that kind of,
That's true, guys. It's one of those things where it's,
Dude, you sound low. What happened?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to balance this mic right now. Can you hear me better now?
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Cowboy's absolutely right. It's important, guys, to exercise that little bit of patience. Now, a lot of people think that because we trade cryptocurrencies, Cowboy and I are going in and out of currencies, every single second. It's not like that, guys. There is a level of patience that Cowboy and I do exercise, and it's not to the level of traditional stock market trading, and definitely not. We're not here holding for 6 months, but there is a level of patience, and a lot of times a lot of people get really excited with these crazy gains. So they're like, oh my God, when's the next call? When's the next call? When's the next call? And, gotta wait sometimes a few hours, guys. Cowboy and I see a lot. We post a lot, but we don't always, get into 100 trades like that. It's not plausible, and it's just not practical.
Yeah, we do. We post a fair amount of trades, but here's the thing. Like on Monday, one of the guys or gals, I don't know which, they wanted to complain, like, what, no calls? So what happened on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday was that I watched all these other channels, my other buddies that do TA, and some other channels, and I saw trade closed, hit stop loss. ADA, trade closed, hit stop loss. Storm, trade closed, hit stop loss. Like that's like popping up on my thing was all these trade closed, hit stop loss. Okay. Now stop losses are great because they actually will, they'll keep the loss at a certain percentage, but you're still losing money because you lose like the 5% or whatever it is that's trailing. So trading is not always like what you want to do. There are opportunities to take. But the thing is that if you think that we're just like trade every day and there's going to be calls every day, it's not. No, you don't want that unless there's a bull market. So anyway, that's just a lesson in the midterm call right here is what I'm looking at. And like I said earlier, you can, I could go in for 5 minutes in the morning, just make sure the market didn't change a whole lot. See if there's any other calls like this kind of midterm type call. Check it at lunch, check it at dinner. All the trading is done with very little time in the day. So that's extremely doable. It doesn't have to be like this crazy, you're sitting there for 8 hours clicking stuff.
Correct. And, when you guys get into this Watch Us Trade room, guys, remember that you guys are watching us trade, which means that, Cowboy and I are the ones that are in front of the computer looking at charts all day long because that's what we love to do. That's what we're here for. That does not mean that you have to do that. You just have to, if you choose to do so, entertainment-wise, get into our calls if you guys want to follow us. But what we do is we look at charts all day long because that's what we like to do, and that's our day job. So yeah. Anyways,
and then on top of that, it's like you guys are going to be putting together a video that's going to show all you folks how to trade 15 minutes a day. Trade 15 minutes a day. You don't got to be up in there 24/7, 3 days a week, on top of work, on top of family obligations y'all got. These guys make it so easy for you, man. So easy. I mean, look, you got cryptocurrencies, and you got two guys who are the best there is at what they do with cryptos, and you got all that free money floating around. What are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting for? And then soon, folks, we are working on. I forgot to share with you guys, Z and Cowboy. But I've been talking to a CEO of a company that allows processing in cryptos. So soon we'll be able to take Bitcoin for payments instead of putting it on your credit card. Just you can pay your trading room directly with BTC.
Nice. Do we have an idea how long that might take to implement that for us?
This week.
Jeez, man. See, guys, you know, when you deal with V, you don't deal with long timelines. It's great, man.
No.
It's so fast, you know.
We don't play around, player. We don't mess around.
We don't mess around. Guys, you know, this crypto space has been around for a long time, and this LBMA platform has never existed till now, till Rogue Money has brought that to the playing field, and we've done it really fast. So
Yep.
crazy stuff, man. We don't sleep. We don't really take breaks. Well, Matt really doesn't sleep. He needs to start sleeping. V, you need to tell him.
I worry for him. I don't want this guy to literally just crack up.
I thought I didn't sleep but then I met Matt and I was like, wow.
No, he's notorious for pulling all nighters.
I need to step it up now.
No,
I need to step it up.
I was talking to Matt last night, which was at 1 a.m. my time, 4 a.m. your time, and he says he pulls like at least an all-nighter a week.
Yeah, he does. He puts on Corky Buchek and then he's off to work.
Bing bang, bing bang, ding ding bing ding ding ding. I told you I was
the official theme song, folks. Corky Buchek, bing bang.
Real fast, guys. Prime example right here. Danny Ever inside of the live chat right now, guys. If this is no BS, guys. This is a real live review right now. Has been able to keep his USD gains in this entire red market right now. So if you're out there right now, guys, and you are losing USD gain, if you're losing Satoshi, if you're just caught hodling, come join us, guys. These are real people that are inside the room that are, being able to hold their profits with us. It's simple as that.
Stop getting ripped off by charlatans.
This is a live, this is not us, guys. This is Danny Ever, a random guy who happens to be our customer.
Hey, real quick, can we talk about Dragon Coin? I've been getting a lot of that lately. I don't hold Dragon, so
go for it, Z. I'll pull up a chart while you talk about it, Z.
Okay. So Dragon, guys, is a platform coin. It is located on KuCoin. I think you can also buy on HitBTC. It's got a lot of eyes on it. Now, Dragon is really interesting. So Dragon was a concept created by Disney actually originally. Oh, wow. So Disney decided to create their own blockchain, this concept of a blockchain at least, that was very secure, that was highly scalable. Because as we all know, Disney is arguably the #1 entertainment owner, essentially. Yeah, they own pretty much everything. So Disney created this, and then later on down the line, they realized that they did not need the blockchain. They didn't really want to use it. They didn't really want to tokenize it. That just wasn't for them. This is a special project, and as you know, a lot of these big companies, they do these special projects on the side just to see, whether it can be successful or not. The two lead guys that were running it decided to buy it from Disney and hold the rights for Dragon Coin, and they left Disney and did their own thing. So that's simple as that. Now Dragon, now this is where I disagree with them a little bit. Unfortunately, they weren't very clear with the fact that this wasn't a Disney project anymore. And people found out it was Disney. And of course, the hype built up on it. The ICO was very successful. Initially, it did a massive, massive boom up. If you actually look at the charts for Dragon in the very, very long term, Dragon at one point, I think it did one of the biggest returns in 4 months from ICO ever in cryptocurrencies as a whole, because everybody thought that this was Disney's project.
Yeah.
Now later down the line, Disney wasn't going to let that fly. They essentially reached out to Dragon and they told them, hey, look, remember, you guys aren't Disney anymore. You guys have to put your disclaimers up. So now Dragon has that disclaimer up. But the spotlight has been put on them, and they are developing currently dApps. But what is really interesting about them is that their dApps and their platform is going to be SEC regulated. They are going to be in the United States, and that's a big deal.
That's huge.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of Dragon actually. I bought it.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know, somewhere back in this around that big fat green bar. That's where I bought it. Let's see here.
Yep, you see that giant rise? Look at that rise, guys, from back in the day up till now. Look at the multiplier rise, when it first got listed on the exchange all the way, till its all-time highs ever. You're looking at a massive, massive rise, and this was I think according to crypto stats, it was one of the largest rises in cryptocurrencies out of any coin within that amount of months.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to do a chart. We made a fair amount of money on these sort of midterm calls that happened after all the blood had sort of, all the Bitcoin blood had sort of calmed down a little bit. And a lot of the charts we made money on looked just like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so this is potentially one downtrend line. I'm gonna make decisions here. I mean, this was the original downtrend, like right here, and it did break out of that, and it broke out at a reversal. So you have like this volume bar at the very bottom underneath this large green bar, and that was the beginning of this reversal trend that's headed up. So it has sort of hit some resistance around here, but let me just do a quick Fibonacci. So if you want to look at the entire run, it bounced more or less off of the 0.618 Fibonacci level. Now, the actual, I don't want to get too far into this, but we could expect, let me see here. It went all the way down to like, what is that, Z? Maybe like 90%, maybe 95% retracement.
Yeah, it did. It did like a 95% retracement. This is from all-time highs, guys, over a long period. If you actually look at it from a shorter period, guys, it has retraced over, 100 percentiles constantly as we're going from each mini wave. Now he's looking at it from a very, very long standpoint, essentially on the daily, which is encompassing Dragon as a whole. And it has retraced, it did a retrace 95%.
Yeah, so basically that means that it'll go 25% above here. So basically it went from 5 to 35. A quarter of 5 to 35 is like 8,200 above this line. So roughly up to, say, 43, 43.1, 43.2. So where my mouse is right here at this, I'll put a mark there. Let's see here. We could, just by mathematically, we could see a run that goes all the way up to the 42. And I know we don't have the Disney love anymore on that, but that's massive. If we could get in at the current levels, which is roughly 98, what is it at? 98.48. So 98.50, right? We could go all the way up to like 42. That's 3.5 times. And that's just, that'd be awesome. In the meantime, if you look at it from a shorter run standpoint, and again, this is a live charting that we're doing, so we didn't have this ready. But if I were to go to, say, the 4-hour chart and look at the most recent retracement, like Z was talking about, just as a short-term run, let's see here. It's well over 100% retracement. And that's going to be a lot of it because of the Bitcoin blood. So, and this is, again, this is the TA where anything past 70% is going to go above this line that same amount. So we had a run essentially from 9,800 or so all the way up to 15,000 Satoshi, right? So let's just, make it easy with 6,000 sats. So you had a 6,000 sat run. We're at, I'm going to guess 110% retracement. So 70 to 110 is 35%. And what was our run again? 6,000. So 70. Oh man, I'm starting to do figures in my head. So an extra 35%. So 135% of 6,000 sats is 1.35 times 6,000. That's 10,000 Satoshi. We could see a 10,000 Satoshi run from the bottom here. So it might be, from this point right here, which is where we're essentially at. So 10,000 sats goes up to basically 20,000 Satoshi. So you could have a run just based on the most recent retracement all the way up to here. So you go, that's more than a times 2. I have Dragon. I've had it for some time. But that's, and on top, if you look at on top of that, if you look at the indicators on the bottom, and this is on the 4 hours, so it's a relatively long chart, you have some very big bullishness right here on the bottom on this stochastic RSI. It's turned, it's headed up, and it's almost crossed that 50%. You have a bounce out with the RSI, so it bottomed out and it came back up. You've got even the MAC. If you stretch the MAC out, it looks a little bit bullish. It's not the most bullish indicator I've seen, but still the histogram lines are getting shorter. Hey, if I wasn't in Dragon, I might be getting. In fact, I think I might buy some more Dragon. So, V, who told you about Dragon?
Somebody in the room, the live chat was asking about Dragon, and then I got a few other Dragon stuff because there's some psychic who got his calls wrong, and I figure that if I put technical analysis versus psychic abilities, technical analysis always wins every single time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I actually used my psychic abilities to learn technical analysis. I'm a psychic.
Oh, you did? I thought Billy Bob taught you.
No. Billy Bob, he's busy over in the tent. We don't want to talk to him right now.
Leave him there. Just leave him there.
Hey, y'all, I can hear y'all talking. I taught that little son of a bitch everything he knows. All right, Billy Bob. I'm going to kick you out of my backyard, dude. I'm going to kick you out of the backyard. You keep up with that.
That's the thing, man. Being in California, you got those squatters' rights. So he literally squatted in your backyard. You got to get him out of there, man.
Yep. Oh yeah, I got 90 days to be evicted because y'all know the government over here like all the poor people. And I'm a psychic, but y'all, I make good calls. Right? I make good calls, but I got no money. I make good calls. I got no money.
Make good calls and have no money. That is the prime thing. One thing that we talked about yesterday, guys, or 2 days ago, was it? I'm losing track of time, quite honestly, guys. Everything kind of molds together.
We got one of us to talk about Theta real quick. Go ahead, Z.
Oh, but I was just gonna say Litecoin, guys. Obviously, Litecoin.
Oh, LTC, yeah.
Everybody's, Litecoin is a fan favorite.
That's some monkey boys out there calling LTC over like 300, 200 or something like that.
Yeah. So we posted a trade call, guys, inside the room. Cowboy, you can pull it up. I posted it, just showing sort of support levels. So a lot of times people.
When'd you post it, Z?
I posted it yesterday at 1 in the morning.
I'll find it.
Yeah. It's just
you posted it like forgive me, Z. You posted it like 9 hours ago, is what you mean?
I think it was. I don't know. If you scroll up, it's just a really ugly chart. So it's not like it's anything special. It just shows support lines.
Okay. I'll find it.
But yeah, a lot of times, guys, a lot of people, they come up to us and they ask us, hey, what do you think Litecoin will do? Or when is Litecoin going to sort of rebound, at which positions and so forth? And you can simply find that out, guys, by checking out supports and resistances and so forth. So I released a chart, I guess yesterday.
I got it, Z.
Yeah, on Litecoin's supports, and Lord behold, guys, it's following those supports. I indicated that Litecoin looked terrible. I wrote a little snippet right there that said LTC looks very messy at the moment. It is currently bouncing on the support. The next supports are 147 and then 115 and then 100. That's in dollars, guys.
You can see it on the screen right now where here's, LTC looks very messy at the moment, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to open up the chart now so everybody can see each chart.
So this is just a simple, support line, guys. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew, where exactly am I getting those numbers? Because a lot of times what I like to do when I show you guys how I trade, I like to teach a little bit as well, in a sense, show you guys, hey, look, this is what I see and this is my reasoning behind it. So, as you can see right now, LTC did exactly what I said it was going to do. It was really messy. It fell out of the top floor. And now it's on, it fell at another floor and now it's heading towards that 115 range. So just be careful out there.
Yeah, sorry, I actually blew the chart up, but it went on the wrong browser. So I can actually show everybody. You want me to explode this?
Just show your stuff, man. Right, this is just a basic support chart. But yeah, if you actually look at LTC in general as a coin right now, it is extremely messy. And when I posted that call, I believe that LTC was, LTC was $159 and now it's at $140. So if you follow that call right there, there you go, guys. That's a $19 difference right there, in which you can go ahead and buy more LTC now at a lower cost. And that right there is another way of making money.
What did the psychics call on LTC? They say over 200 by yesterday.
I don't know, man. I don't know. These guys,
like over
these guys are really
200
funny.
something by yesterday or the 9th or something like that. That didn't go through. Now they have another new call, and it just doesn't cease, man. It doesn't
cease. He was talking about like, I think he was talking about like 300 or something like that.
Yeah,
by like the 20th or something, or the 10th or something, and it was like
he was right, y'all. He was right, but he was talking in pesos.
I mean, there you go. Sorry, there you go. Right. We were mistaken, guys. You know, they were talking in pesos. I forgot that these guys, next time they're going to be talking in yuan. I mean, it changes every day.
Yeah, coin de luz, 300 pesos. So I'll go ahead and
I don't know how people pay for bullshit at this point. It's pure utter bullshit.
It's really easy so if we really go down the path right now, we'll just start cursing, because for us, I don't understand how people like that can sleep at night.
I can't. I really can't, man. I just can't. I can't, dude.
Yeah, it's a shame, guys. I mean, right there on the screen, you guys can clearly see. That's when I made the message. It was at $159, guys. Litecoin. I indicated it was going to look bad. It dropped down. So I really hope that, I know for a fact that some people inside the room, of course, a lot of us love Litecoin. Some people were able to exit out, and now it's great, right? It's $140 right now. If you get in now, you're at a gain right now. You're already making money right there. You're now stacking up even more Litecoin towards your HODL bag if you want to choose Litecoin to be your HODL bag.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing?
According to the psychic, we should have all been above 10,000 BTC now.
Yeah, I mean,
calling 10,000 BTC on one of the biggest sell-offs.
I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand how he gets that. He flips like a tarot card or something, and it's like a Reaper card or something, and
he sniffs glue for all we know.
Yeah, I don't understand, guys.
And gets high, and pulls crap out of his butt.
There you go, right there. Perfect. Romans got out.
Y'all don't know what I do. Y'all don't know shit. Let me tell you what I do. I'll tell you exactly what I do. Y'all want to know what I do?
What is it? What does he do?
Everybody want to know how I sleep at night. We talked about that earlier. Y'all can't sleep at night. I sleep just fine. I sleep great. I sleep in a big pile of squirrels and leaves. Now, in the morning, what I do is I take all that squirrel fur and I mix it with that leaf, and I dip it in some glue, and I snort it, and then I go ahead and say, that's what it's going to be above 10,000 by tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah, it's really a shame, guys. I'm looking at some of these comments right there. I'm looking at some of the comments right there. So, yeah, you're right. He goes, here, buy this report. Come join this crypto class with Trader Boss, and he goes buy Tesla. Right? It's one of those things where it's just, it's a shame, guys. It really is, and I just, we don't agree with it. I don't want to go down this road because, as Cowboy said, V and I get heated up on this.
We get pissed off, man. Because you know what? It's like, Z and I being cancers. We have this this righteous indignation we got. We get pissed off with stuff like this because it's just wrong, dude. It's just, it's like, just cut it off. Just, come clean. Just, we'll help you. It's just, no. All right, fine. You're in on the scam. You're clearly benefiting from the scam yourself. So have at it.
And if you want to go astrological on this, I'm a Virgo, and what Virgos do is we actually.
That's my wife is a Virgo. Detail oriented.
And this is about as woo as we're gonna get, guys.
Yeah, this is as woo as we get.
This is about as woo as we get right here.
Yeah, and let me tell you about one of the things they say about Virgos is we create silent revolutions. We're not the ones with the megaphone. We're not the ones in front of the crowd. We're the ones actually that will create the stage for that revolution. So what I do is I quietly go through my charts. I look at what I think is going to happen. Z gives me his info, and we make money. Yep. That's it.
Yep.
And the revolution is we're taking our financial freedom into our own hands. That's what we do here, and we are prepared. We are prepared for the consequences. Absolutely, we're prepared for the consequences. And so far, those consequences have made us a bunch of money. So welcome to the game.
Absolutely.
Yep. I think some people will want to talk about data, right?
Let's hit data, and we'll close it off with that. Go for it.
So I know that Theta. Who was the one who brought up Theta as a coin to buy? I can't remember who it was, but anyways, a lot of people were shilling Theta out, guys. It did a massive rise up. Did another pump down, then it did a massive rise up, and then now it's doing another pump down. Theta is one of the largest losers overnight. It is down 14% now overnight. Its market cap has dropped down pretty severely. And it's available on Huobi and stuff like that. Personally, guys, in terms of a fundamental analysis on Theta, I actually don't like it. I don't think Theta is any sort of impressive coin at all. I just really don't like it. I don't see the novelty behind it. But of course, I think like Jay Snip and a few of these other guys are calling out Theta. I just don't think that what is it? I think it's a decentralized media network. I don't think it's really going to. I mean, it's cool, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But when it comes to media outlets, guys, it doesn't stop anybody like these giant conglomerates like YouTube and stuff like that to become a decentralized before they, wipe out Theta. It's that simple. And I just don't think that media is going to be completely decentralized really ever, because that's a huge power play for the big guys, as we all know, right? There's that whole quote unquote fake news. I just don't think that the big guys are going to give up that whole media side of things.
Well, let's just say they do, right? I think what Z said is really huge. The big boys will decentralize quicker than these new guys will be able to take market share. I think that's a safe thing to bet on. Safe thing to bet on. You got also, like, we look at coins. I know Z is like not a huge fan of, say, Substratum or what's another one, Z, that's just too big to mess with?
Well, Substratum, there's Power Ledger and so
Power
forth.
Ledger.
These are all great concepts, right? I mean, Substratum, actually Cowboy was the one who kind of told me his side of Substratum that made me kind of, like it a little bit better. But that's like essentially decentralizing the internet. Power Ledger wants you to be able to sell renewable energy to anybody in the entire world. You're talking about two of the largest industries in the entire world, guys. The energy industry. Imagine being able to sell your own power to anybody in the entire world that you wanted to choose to sell your power to. You really think that is going to be an easy hurdle to tackle? It's, gotta kind of be. You got to kind of be a little bit realistic with your investments, in a sense.
Yeah, like energy, for example. I think all the wars are essentially fought over energy, in a sense, because you got the petrodollar, right? So there's a lot of people who talk about energy. The way that these coins might work is if you have them sort of create a small amount of market share in the developing world where the big boys are not yet established. That's where something like Substratum or Power Ledger might work. So, I don't expect for those coins to just take over the world. I would imagine that the big boys in those industries will decentralize first before that happens. That's what Z said earlier, and I totally agree with that. And then I know, I don't know if how much time we have, but I know people were asking about Veritasium, and Ethereum is a big subject right now.
Yep.
This is the chart I drew days ago on Ethereum. I thought we'd go deeper. I saw Head and Shoulders. We did drop based on Head and Shoulders, but we stopped. We hit that channel right there. We're still in the channel. And the most likely path is my solid arrow, and it's following that path. So that's a chart that I drew a few days ago. The news on Ethereum is, I don't know how big this news is, but Casper is essentially dropped. Now Casper is a scalability issue, and so essentially over here at Cointelegraph, there's an article on it. First version of Ethereum's Casper update has been released. You can see it on GitHub. I'm not sure. Just being on GitHub is one thing. I'm not sure that it's actually implemented, but it's big news for Ethereum, which has been on an uptrend. So that's just something to understand as well. Why is Ethereum doing so well? I think it's two things. I think it's Casper is big, but I also think that that the US FUD, this fake news, CFTC, SEC that the Wall Street Journal peddled to everybody, shame on you. Shame on you, Wall Street Journal. Shame on you. That's all I have to say. That was flipping disgusting that the Wall Street Journal would be that blatant. I'm now getting upset. We're not going to talk about that anymore because I don't like to be upset.
Cowboy gets upset about media stuff.
Yeah, I don't get upset about too many things, and I don't like being upset, but yeah, shame on you. Now, there's another article I thought that was interesting is that, and this is Bloomberg, another sort of a mainstream rag. Now, the way I look at this is that if the mainstream media, if the corporate media is reporting something, then it's old news, and there's a reason they want us to know. But it says the wealthy are hoarding $10 billion of Bitcoin in bunkers.
What a bunch of horse crap.
Yeah, what the fuck in the world? Why would they be telling us this? What do they want us to think? I don't know. But yeah, so you got Bloomberg reporting this, and hey, look, here's the deal. Like, it's in the news. All right, we'll just leave it at that. It's in the major news. It's in the major news all the time. Big boys are in. And again, I think the end of the story and the big point is I think they're going to range bind it. I think they're going to keep it around or below 10K for a while. And that's fine. Z and I retire off that. No problem.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, guys. And, it's one of those things where bear market, bull market, of course, we want the bull market, guys. When the bull market comes, guys, we are going to be online like 24 hours a day, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be so excited for the bull market. We've only been opened in the bear market, guys, and everybody in the bear market has seen us make money. Simple as that. It's simple as that, guys. So when the bull market comes up, I can tell you right now, Cowboy and I will be there, just launching out. But yeah, bear market, let it be a bear market. We can still make a ton of money here.
Actually, there's one chart that I think everybody should see. It's the market share of all cryptos. Mm-hmm. And I'm pulling it off of CoinMarketCap. So one of the things that we're looking for in cryptocurrency is a decoupling from Bitcoin. And there are many ways to see that. One of them is the decrease in overall Bitcoin dominance. And this chart that I just brought up, this colorful chart, it's going to come up here if it's not already up. This orange, part of the chart, this is all Bitcoin's share of the market. And you can see that it has steadily gone down since at least the January of 2014 or 13. And so you have this dip. And then, of course, Ethereum actually kind of took some of that because Ethereum can be a hedge during these times. But you see Bitcoin decreasing steadily. And then you see these other coins kind of increasing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. One of the most important aspects of it, this white, it's kind of hard to see, a little hard to see, but this white increasing bit right here that I'm slowly tracing with the mouse, that's all of the other altcoins aside from these major ones that are listed at the bottom of the chart. You have all the other altcoins that are catching up with Bitcoin market cap. And the more that this happens, the less that the big boys can use Bitcoin as a lever to mess with the rest of the coins. I do believe Bitcoin dominance will probably always be a thing. I think the big boys are going to want to keep Bitcoin as the king, but their control is, by virtue of this chart, their control is really decreasing a lot. So,
yep.
So that's what we got. Unless anybody has anything else.
No, just we posted an update on Ethereum as well inside the room. I don't know when I posted. I'm really losing track of time. But yeah, we posted an update on Ethereum, guys, and essentially I've been hedging into Ethereum. So what my thought, like, if you don't like USDT, and some people don't like USDT, and sometimes I don't personally use USDT for my entire portfolio, I will hedge into another strong coin. Ethereum has been very, very strong. We've been indicating Ethereum has been very strong. And even though Ethereum dropped in USD value because it's comparable to Bitcoin, its Satoshi value, in which that's what I actually look for, is to make sure my Satoshi value doesn't drop. That has been holding really strong. So Ethereum is good, guys. I really think that once the market sort of turns upwards again, you could see Ethereum skyrocket up to roughly, for me.
Z, did we lose you, bud? I think we lost Z. So the new announcement is that Z and I are getting out of cryptos entirely because Warren Buffett said that selling cryptos is like drinking fetus blood.
What? Really? He did?
Yeah, that's what he said. No, he didn't say that, but he said something like that. I think he said rat poison.
Yeah, no, it's like taking rat poison.
That was Munger. Munger said that.
Buffett is doublespeak. If you believe the Warren Buffett, that phony clown. Yeah, the reason how I invest is I take my little grandkids out and I see what kind of ice cream they're interested in. Maybe him and his cornball, ice cream eating, cherry Coke drinking bastard.
He said, "Oh no, that was Wall, the guy from Walmart." He said, "The chickens. How many? If people let their chickens run free, that's how he knows the economy is good."
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay, Warren Buffett. First of all, everybody calls him the Oracle from wherever. I don't know, Ohio or something.
He's an orifice. That's what he is.
Well, what he is he made a bunch of money, not in stocks. First of all, Warren Buffett. Let's just get it straight about Warren. We got you, Z. Let's get it straight about Warren Buffett and even Bill Gates. Both these guys are born rich. All right. These people were born with money. This is not people who came from nothing. This is not the American dream. These are guys who were born rich. And Warren Buffett took his little money and he started actually buying insurance companies. That's where he made his money. He did not make his money in, stocks. I mean, yes, he made money in stocks, but his money and his main seed came from buying insurance companies. Now, I came from the insurance business. Like, I was there for 20 years. I grew up in that business. And it's one of the dirtiest, filthiest businesses you will ever belong in. And on top of that, the other way that Warren Buffett makes his money is once he got established, he just knows all the right people. Yep. He actually that's all it is. He has all the right connections.
Insider trading. Of course, we do it, we go to jail.
Yeah, we do. We go to jail, Warren Buffett. So you guys think that Warren Buffett and Munger? Oh, dude. First of all, here's what I think of Munger. Go ahead, go online, look up the term mung, M-U-N-G, in the Urban Dictionary. That's all I'm going to say. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. So, but yeah, these guys. The stock market is a mechanism for separating money from the impatient. Yeah, okay, maybe that's true, right? But anywhere you made your money, you're not that great. You just know the right people. I'm sorry. I'm totally being disrespectful to one of the greatest financial minds supposedly in the country. But I'm enough. That's enough. I'm said enough.
No, anyway, you guys, we're at the end of the show. I want to thank both of you guys for being on and sharing this amazing insights. Folks, listen, don't sit on the sidelines. Don't be a victim to life. Take life by the horns. You've been given few exploits in life. One of those exploits are cryptocurrencies. And because of cryptos, if you're with the right people, you're with dudes, you're with guys that know what the heck it is that they're doing, then you stand to profit. Free money is being created. You don't need to spend hours a day trading. 15 minutes a day, check in with Z and Cowboy over on thecryptoschool.io. The link is in the description box. If you're new to cryptos, you want to learn about it, go check out the curriculum. There's over 20 videos there, how-tos, the whole 9 yards. And once you're comfortable with that and you want to trade, go right into the trade room. We will have a crypto payment option up very soon as well. So a lot of exciting things are happening, folks. And with that being said,
real fast. First off, Danny Ever, congratulations. So Danny Ever inside the live chat right now, guys. Once again, this is not us, guys. This is a customer tuning into the live chat. He's made $8,000 USD last 3 weeks.
Bam.
$8,000, guys. 8 freaking grand right there. Now let me ask you, the room is $300, $299 the room a month. This guy just made $8,000 in 3 weeks, guys. I don't know about you, but he just paid very many times over, right?
Yep.
So that's for starters. Second, I talked about this amazing opportunity coming up exclusively for Rogue Money in the Watch Us Trade Room, guys. That you have about probably like a week left before I cut it off, guys. This will be a Rogue Money exclusive. I'm finalizing the details here in the next 1 or 2 days. And then third, I will be releasing a gem call today on a coin that I have heard some inside rumors on, and it could go very, very well in the future. But this is a small bet, and it's going to be exclusive to Rogue Money.
Now, the last inside rumor coin that I can think of that Z talked about, it was STK, right?
Yes, it was STK.
And how do we do on STK?
Did 110% on it.
Bam!
Wow.
Right, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Y'all want to double your money? Listen to Crypto Z. Hey, Billy Bob, did you really say that? No, I'm asleep. I'm talking in my sleep.
Yeah. But right there, dude, Danny, awesome, dude. Congratulations, man. $8,000 USD last 3 weeks. That's awesome.
What we want people to come in and celebrate the wins. Talk about the money y'all made.
Yeah.
Come on, come up here and talk about the money y'all made. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's something to be proud of, dude. $8,000.
And look at we try on the show not to sit here and sell all day because it's really hard not to sell. It's a great product. But I'll put it to you this way. In the past 5.5, 6 weeks, I have more than doubled my Satoshi. more than doubled, and I have more than quadrupled my USD. Guys,
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, Danny ever made that 8,000 on a single income, one family. If you look at that, one family, single income. All right, so we got doctors who are quitting their jobs to trade.
We really do. No,
Like
no,
a
no BS.
veterinarian. So they're they're docs. They're very respectable doctors.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, this is where it is. I'm all about freedom. And I'm glad to let everybody be entertained by watching Z and I free ourselves financially from the system. What's up?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
And with that being said, folks, again, check it out, thecryptoschool.io. The links are in the description box. If all goes well, with all your hopes, with all your prayers, the platform will be pushed out on Monday. I cannot wait for you guys to try it out.